name is David Gugino, and for this video, today I've got a very different kind of book, because this book is not just the author talking. This book is an actual story. And it might sound a little crazy, but this book has 15 million copies of the book sold worldwide, and the author is known for making books about life by turning them into stories. So in this book, there's a character called the Spellbinder, the character called the Entrepreneur, the Billionaire, Mr. Riley, and all of these characters all come together, and I won't mention the name of the book, but they all come together and they talk about life and sales and basically what you have to do in life to be successful. So, something I haven't done in a lot of my videos is I use the word success a lot. Well, what do I mean by success? Well, personally, I believe that Personally, I think success is trying to be happy and doing the Lord's work, doing what the Lord wants you to do on this earth. And because I believe with what He wants you to do should eventually make you happy. But I believe that success is happiness and doing what God wants, because you are not the whole center. You are not the center of your own universe. You should be giving to God more than yourself. But success, I believe, is doing God's work, and happiness. Because people say, don't chase money, chase happiness. Now, when I say successful with what it says in the books that I read, they mean like money and being financially set, and they mean being able to do things with the money you have, stuff like that. Now, personally, that is what success is, but there's all kinds of definitions of success. And success can't be measured. Someone makes $100 million a year, there might be someone that makes $200 million a year. But that one person, the $100 million guy, might be much happier than the $200 million guy. So if you see, it can't be measured. There's going to be different things in life to talk about your success. So now we're going to hop into the book here, and the book that I have for today is The 5 A.M. Club by Robin Sharma. Now, when I said this book is an actual story, that is what it is. And I'm going to review what they talk about in the book. I'm going to review the actual story, and I won't spoil it for you how it ends, how the story ends. A.M. Club. So, for example, people believe out there that if you start your day at 5 a.m. every morning, you should be invincible, but you also should be able to get more stuff done, like your side business done, or more work done with whatever you have if you get up early in the morning. Not only that, the rumor is you feel fresher early in the morning, you have more energy throughout the day, and it's really hard to do. My dad always told me to do hard things, and he told me if it's hard, then do it. But now we're going to hop into the book here. So today, the stuff I have underlined here is really good, but let's start at the very beginning of the book here. You got the table of contents. So this is at the very, very beginning. Now, listen to what he has to say about the 5 a.m. Club and about how people should be and should act in life. Life's too short to play small with your talents. The Spellbinder spoke to the room of thousands. You are born into the opportunity as well as the responsibility to become legendary. The great women and men of the world were all givers, not takers. Lusting after unimportant pursuits and hungry for the instant fulfillment of trivial desires, often driven by technology that enslaves us instead of liberating us, living the same week a few thousand times and calling it a life. So think about that. Now, I respect people who stay at the same job all their lives, I really do, but if you really think about it, so think about what it said right there, a few thousand times and calling it a life. I do respect people who live the same job over and over for years and manage to keep it, manage to build relationships throughout that job, and manage to make a career out of it. I do respect that, but the thing that I think about is giving your time to a company, if you enjoy doing it, is different. Now, if it becomes a thing with your boss where you're living to appease him, you're just going to be miserable, but living the same week 1,000 times, you can't be a few thousand times and calling it a life. That's not a life. A life is doing something different. It's traveling when you can if you work a job. It's having new hobbies, having better habits, taking care of yourself, living a love story, doing different things, finding new hobbies, meeting new people. That is what a life is. And if you really think about it, lives of consistently learning about other people, not learning, but meeting other people, traveling, moving up in their job, finding new hobbies. Like, you could talk to those people all day because they have new things they've been doing with their lives. And also, society respects that. It amazes me how society, people love to just go to work and go home. It amazes me. Or people who, I guess, have that, like working out, for example. They work out, but their body doesn't change. They refuse to learn about it. And when they go to the gym, they don't even socialize and they don't even work out that much. So they're just there. Now, I respect that they're there, but when you find a new hobby, you have to, I guess, work harder at your hobby. Like, you have to make it work for you. Make it useful. Have a useful hobby. But I'm going to read to you the next thing here. But honestly, if you really think about it, that's what life is. You can't be living it a few thousand times. You also can't be wasting your talents. And we should not be takers. We are givers. You give to other people. And that's what God wants. Takers. So now the real section that I have here is different. Yeah, I wanted to read that other thing to you guys, but then I unfortunately keep losing where I'm at, and it's unfortunate. Cause listen to what he has to say in chapter. Listen to what he has to say in chapter 7. True and enduring power expresses itself when you contact your original gifts and realize your most lavish talents as a human. Because they've reached a level of individual maturity that allowed them to see the futility of spending their days chasing objects that count for nothing at the end. Wonderfully crafted life is contribution, impact, usefulness, and helpfulness. So, when it comes to like chasing objects like you just said there, and enduring power expresses itself when you contact your original gifts and realize your most lavish talents as a human. Honestly, it is a proven fact. I remember did a whole speech about talents, and he goes, it is a proven fact in the entire world that people are really, really good at something. Whether it's video games, whether it's doing backflips, or even working out, or even the video games. If they don't do anything else, but they're super good at it and are better than most people at it, that's talent. Because I'm horrible at video games. Like, I hate playing video games just because I'm bad at them. But you also cannot try something just because you're not good at it at first. That's another good point. So with working out, the example I always use is, it's like people who say they've been working out for 2 years and nothing's changed, like their body hasn't changed. And you're probably wondering, well, yeah, it takes time, and it does, but they haven't done the research or have sought other help as to why their body's not changing. Now, I also understand, I've been working out for 5 years. I don't look horrible. I mean, I'm not huge, but I'm fairly happy with the way I look. But also, I'm a competitive power lifter, and I'm learning how to fight. So the being in shape part helps a little bit. But I think helpfulness. Your hobby is going to help other people and probably help yourself. It'll help you meet new people. It'll help you maybe build a work ethic. And it might even help you want to learn something. Like working on cars, for example. People who love working on cars. I respect people. Well, you should respect everybody. But I really respect people who are very good at a blue-collar job. Construction, mechanics, HVAC. Just because a lot of people don't know that, not only does that job pay well, but we need people to do those jobs. We need people to do those jobs because it's hard work, and it's work that not a lot of people want to do. And also humans nowadays, since people don't want to learn, they won't figure it out. I mean, I call somebody when I have issues like that. But also, people think, oh, I don't want to call this guy and I don't want to do this. Well, we need people like that. So they use their skills and their talents for usefulness and helpfulness, impact, and contribution. So think about that. All four of those terms, there's four, yes. All four of those terms can lead to something with using your talents for. Now, the other example I was going back earlier, I tend to get off topic with these, about not being good at working out at first. Well, you're probably chasing other objects, for one, and it counts for nothing. Individual maturity that allows them to see the futility of spending their days chasing objects that count for nothing at the end. So, for example, when you see people who have worked out for 2 years and there's no change, I mentioned this in my last book, Are they doing it because society wants them to work out? Are they doing it because they want to work out? So yes, 2 years is not a lot of time. If there is like a consistent 5 days a week, maybe an hour and a half of training and good intensity, metabolic stress, and muscle damage, yeah, you'll probably grow, but if you don't know those terms or how to do those terms, probably nothing's going to change. But that's when research comes in. You research how you build muscle, you research proper form so you can damage the muscle more, you research how to recover, and not only that, you research other workouts that are known for really building your chest, your arms, your back, your legs, and that's how you learn, and that's how you can use your skills to contribute not only to other people, but to your life. So when you actually start noticing a change in your body, someone might ask, how do you get bigger shoulders? How do you get bigger legs? And then you'll know. So that is one of those things. So the takeaway for this point is sometimes God is going to bring something around, you're going to realize you're really good at something, and God brings that around because He wants you to use that talent for something. So use your talents for something. Use them for other people. Use them for contribution, impact, usefulness, and helpfulness. Now the next point I have here is the 95% of performers don't invest painstaking attention to the tiniest details and fail to refine the smallest of finishes like the great masters do. When you deconstruct how the superstars, virtuosos, and geniuses achieved what they did, you'll realize that it was their heightened awareness of the opportunities for daily greatness that inspired them to make the better daily choices that yielded better daily results. So think about that. The 95% of performers don't invest painstaking attention to the tiniest of details and fail to refine the smallest of finishes like the great masters do. Now I'll read this part too. For most people, the truth is that it's all about the path of least resistance, getting what they need to get done fast and just sneaking by, mailing it instead of bringing it on. The minority of exceptional creative achievers operate under a completely different philosophy. So what he's basically saying is you either go all in or you don't. You don't just do something, well I guess what they say is half-assed, I guess is what they call it. You don't just do something half-assed, you go all in. You go all in on what it takes to learn, what it takes to retain the knowledge, how you can use what you've learned to help other people. Perfection's not really a thing, but the greatest athletes, they review over and over and over on what to do that is making their team or themselves be successful. Because I recently just read about Kobe Bryant. He would practice the basics, and all of his other basketball players wanted to be fancy. But not only was his Mamba mentality is what they call it, not only was he a really good basketball player and very good at like life coaching and mentality teachings, but he just practiced the basics. He practiced the same drills thousands and thousands and thousands of times. And someone asked him, well, how are you so good? He just goes, I practice the basics. And the basics are usually the fundamentals. So, I read in a fitness book, fads usually fade, but the fundamentals stay. Now, fads, as in someone might mention something like, we'll use the example, eating raw meat will help you get shredded. In reality, it doesn't. But people are like, oh, let's try it out, and they realize it didn't work. But then they also realize, well, if you work out, have a decent diet, and you have the terms I mentioned earlier, mechanical tension, metabolic stress, muscle damage, and a lot of protein, well, you'll probably start to change a little bit. The point that I'm making here is that don't do anything half-assed. Go all in and do it whatever, well, not really whatever it takes, but do all of what you need to learn. Now do it step by step, but really try to learn, and don't go for, I'll mention this in my other video, start off with surface knowledge, but then go into deeper knowledge, so you can figure out your talent, and use your talents for good. Now, when you deconstruct the superstars, virtuosos, and geniuses achieved what they did, you'll realize it was their heightened awareness of the opportunities for daily greatness that inspired them to make the better daily choices that yielded better daily results. So, life consists of choices, habits, and choices and habits can all lead to results. It's like choices and habits are best friends, I guess you could say. Now, people say, like when you're about to go to a bar and people say make good choices, honestly, it would not hurt to not get so wasted, just have a few drinks, maybe get a buzz on, and really be aware of your surroundings. It will not hurt, but The choices that these people make are good, and the habits they have are what make them legendary. And make good choices as in, make good choices on like, listen to your coach, practice the basics, learn about your talents, don't get distracted by chasing objects. Like, those are all good choices. So good choices isn't just not partying and not seeing girls and not even looking at girls. It's just good choices is having discipline to learn whatever you need to learn to pursue your talent. Now the third and final point that I have to the 5 a.m. club is different, but now I know that I kind of get off topic when I do these things, and I babble on a little bit. But talent is, if you are out there and you're watching this right now, pursue what you're really good at. Now, if you can make a career of it, you can, but not make a career of it, but do it to help other people. Do it to inspire other people. Do it for God, and also just do it for you. Because you will probably be a lot happier with your life if you pursue and do what you're really good at. Because who doesn't like not being really good at something? Think about that. Who doesn't like not being really good at something and better than everyone else at a particular thing? Think about it. Now the third and final point that I have here, this is said by, I believe, the entrepreneur in this book. Earlier, the first point that I made was said about the spellbinder. Now listen. Because most of us alive today wish we had more time, yet we waste the time we have, thinking about dying brings what matters most into a much sharper focus. So, thinking about dying, I think, is a horrible mindset to have. I really do. I hate when people say, yeah, but you could eat right. Yeah, but I could die tomorrow and just be like, I was eating this, working out, and disciplining myself, and now I'm like looking down and being like, I never actually lived life. Well, you don't. That is life. It's all filled with unexpected things, but you can't live your life that way. You can't. What he is saying is also, when you do think of dying, it brings you to a much sharper focus to pursue what you want. You only have an amount of time on this earth. Like, I work 12-hour shifts, and if I did overtime, I have to work another 12. Now, yes, the money is great, but I do believe that living a life, there's more to life than just work. And financially, I'm pretty set on life right now. I have enough money for bills, I have an emergency fund, I have money if my car broke down, or I did crash my other car, so I'm going through that. But the moral of the story is you can't really just think of dying. Now, obviously, to be more focused on something because you have time on this earth is to limit your distractions. Turn your phone off or put it away. Or like I read in one of my books, Master Your Motivation. Have a passcode on your phone to where, like, you have to type in a big ass thing to get into it. Turn it off so you have to turn it on. Leave it across the room so you have to travel with it. Like, really limit your distractions. Because it might sound crazy, just don't do them. They will be there. Your phone will ring, you'll be flipping through Instagram, and then before you know it, 20 minutes will go by, and you'll be like, oh my goodness, where did the time go? But, because we also think we wish we had more time. You don't need more time. You just need to stop wasting the time that you have. So you need to really think about that. You do not need more time. You just need to stop wasting the time that you have. Now, being an entrepreneur, you're going to work a lot. You might be working 14 hours a day and 100 hours a week. But think about that. The 100 hours a week, you're not wasting. You are putting it towards your business so you can make money. Overall, this was a very good book. It was a little, I will admit, it was one of the most difficult ones. Not the most. But it was a difficult one that I read, and part of the reason it was because it took me a while to figure out. That this was a story I was reading, not like, because I thought the Spellbinder was just talking the entire time. His name was the Spellbinder. Then you get introduced to the entrepreneur, the billionaire, Mr. Riley. I think there's the salesman in here, and it's different. It's a very, very different book, but I really enjoyed it. And the takeaway for this video is pursue your talents. Whatever you're good at, pursue it. And if you don't know what you're talented at, just find something that you're good at. Try new things. Learn how to fight. Work out. Learn how to dance. Learn how to throw knives. Learn how to hunt. Hunting is a very valuable thing. I kind of wish I could get into that, but learn how to fish. Just find something to learn. It's something that could be fun and something you could be really good at. And if you are really good at something, pursue it. Do it for other people. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.